Hello friends, welcome back to Apache Maven video series. In the previous video, I had explained about POM files and different life cycles of build. And in this video, I am going to explain about build profiles and activation of build profiles. My name is Ganesh Hegde, working as Senior Engineer at Kpro Solutions Private Limited. Kpro is a leading provider in Datalake, IoT, cloud implementation, blockchain, data science, deep learning, and mobile application development. This is going to be the agenda for today's session. First, I will be explaining about build profile, and I will be showing you how a profile can be activated through Maven setting, OS configuration, and presence of some file or its absence. Build profile is a set of configuration values which will be applied on the build when it is generated. Optionally, there can be more than one build profile uh, in a POM file, and these profiles will be activated on depending on different values. And this kind of activation can be done on per project level, per user level, or in the global level. Per project level means when the build is created, if the profile values are applied on that build, that is nothing but per project level. In per user level, the settings.xml file is modified and kept in user's home directory, and only that particular user's build will be get affected with these values. In global level, the Maven's settings.xml file, which would be available in conf directory in the installation path, is modified, and if the system is supporting multi-user access, then all the users will get affected with that configuration. The profile activation can be done in four ways: explicit activation, OS level activation, activation via settings, and activation via file. In explicit activation, the profiles are activated through command line argument. And in OS level activation, a POM file is modified with the particular OS information, and when the build is executed on that configuration, the profile gets activated. So activation via settings means the required configurations are done in the settings.xml, which is present in Maven's configuration location or user's home directory. If there is any file or not, depending on this, depending on its presence, build is activated. So with this information, we can say this activation of profile is a kind of decision making in POM files. Let me explain each type with an example. This is the example POM file. Before going to this POM file, I would like to show db.properties file. So this is the file which contains all database properties, and Java class will refer to this file to communicate with database, and it is kept in main resource directory under that db.properties. When the build is done, these variables which starts from dollar will be replaced with particular values depending on the environment that build will be generated. In this POM file, it contains all the group ID, artifact ID, version ID, all the mandatory things, and our focus area is profiles. In these profiles, we have three sections with ID, dev, test and prod. So depending on the value which we will be passing, these properties will be updated to db.properties. Let me activate one of the profile through command line, which is nothing but explicit activation. I'm going to update this dev profile through command line, and these informations are expected to be in the build. I'm in the command prompt and I'm going to execute maven clean package -p and dev. So what I'm instructing to maven is activate this dev profile through this p parameter or p attribute. Let us execute this command and let's see what happens. Build is successful, and let us see what is there in the db.properties file. It will be available in target, and in classes there is a db properties. Let me open this. Yes, the dev informations are updated in the generated db.properties file. Similarly, if I pass test, then test related properties will be updated, and similarly prod. So this is the way we can activate the profile through command line. And now I will show you how this activation can be done through OS configuration. I'm going to provide some information for test profile. So what I'm saying here is, if the OS is Windows 10 and architecture is AMD 64 and the version is 10, then test related information need to be passed to db.properties file. If any other kind of operating system, this profile will not get activated. Let me save this information and generate a build out of this. When doing so, I am not going to provide -p dev argument to the Maven. I'm simply executing clean package. Let us see what is the information available in db.properties file. And it is updated, and that's why it is popped up whether it need to be reloaded or not. Yes, it is updated. Now test related informations are available in db.properties file. So that's how OS architecture or OS versions are used to activate profiles. Next, I am going to activate the profile through settings.xml file. So before doing that, I will revert this back so that this information will not affect for next operation. I am in Maven's configuration directory where settings.xml is located. Let me open this file, and it contains lots of information like comments. It is self-explanatory to update all these things. I'm going all the way down, and we will see a section called active profiles. So I'm going to activate the prod profile with this code, and I will mention here prod. Let me save this file, and we will generate a build now. I'm straight away going to generate a build without any -p argument. This time I'm expecting prod information in the db.properties file, and there is a change, that's why it is popped up. And here we go, all prod related informations are available in the db.properties file. So that's how through settings.xml we can enable some settings on the builds. Next one is like if there is some files, then we can activate some profiles, whether it is present or not present. Let me show you how this can be done. To do that, we will go to some we will do for dev profile here, and yeah, this is another attribute. If we enable it, by default this profile gets activated, and we won't do that. Instead we will use this one. There is a file tag which can take exists or missing subtag, and then it checks whether this file exists or not. If it exists, then this profile get activated. If it not exist, then it will not be profile will not get executed. Let me check whether this file exists or not. Yes, it exists, and as per this code, we should have dev related information in db.properties file. Now I am going to execute this, but before that I will comment this back so that this will not affect our operation. I'm going to generate a build now, and it is going on successful. Let me check what is the information in db.properties file. Now it has popped up and we have dev information. So we have seen all the four types of activation of profiles. Uh, yeah, let us go back to the presentation. That's all from today's session. Let me quickly summarize these topics. First, I explained about build profile, and then activation of build profile through various ways. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, I will be explaining about local repository, central repository, remote repository, handling external dependency, and then we will see some examples on Python and Solidity. Thank you for watching this video. Please provide your valuable feedback as a comment, and let us know if you want us to make any technical video of or any issues which you are facing in your project. You may write us at feedback@kpro.co.in. Please follow our YouTube channels like blockchain, cloud, data science, etc. to learn different technology. You may visit us, you may follow us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter to get latest update. Thank you very much. Let's keep learning.